Hey there, how's it going, gamers? Welcome back to my channel. Vic is the name, and today Kyle is famous is the game. Now this is a game that's free on Steam, and this game has multiple endings if I remember correctly. So let's get into it. Kyle wakes up. He is famous. Kyle is host of the most popular talk show in recent memory, Stay Up Late with Kyle. Stay Up Late with Kyle has grown in popularity quickly in the last year and the public has noticed. Inside has called Kyle a most excellent dumpy white man. Top Tech noted that Kyle is inspiring youth to explore STEM fields. Most other talk shows are dedicated to disgusting. Most other talk shows are dedicated to discussing Kyle and his personal details. Most online videos are best of clips taken from Kyle's latest broadcasts. The eye of the world is upon Kyle. Tonight is Kyle's most important guest interview yet. Stay Up Late with Kyle will be featuring Rachel May. She is a kind and lovely philanthropist. There we go. I mispronounced that, but we're just gonna look past it, okay? She is dear to the heart of many. This interview requires preparation. Kyle cracked his eyes open, knowing today is his last chance to prepare for the interview. Kyle has 30 hours left. He must choose his actions wisely. Oh my gosh. Kyle's first decision of the morning was made wisely. Wither away, exit the bed. Okay, let's see. Kyle exited his bed and took a quick glance around his bedroom. Open the closet. Sit at desk. Scavenge. Exit bedroom to hallway. Let's open the closet. Kyle opened the closet. It was dark. He could only really see his hanging shirts. Let's choose an outfit. Kyle decides to take some time to choose the perfect outfit, knowing how important appearance is. Okay. So, oh my god, skunk pasties? I don't know what that is. Slick suit. Okay, I mean, we could go jeans and swimming goggles, but we're gonna make a good first impression, so we're gonna go with a slick suit. Ooh, Kyle miraculously crammed his dumpy body into the suit. The chest pockets were filled with random knickknacks. Okay, alright, going back to the room. Kyle returned to the center of the bedroom. Open the closet to sit at a desk. Well, let's see. We've already spent how long is it? 30 hours? We already spent 5 hours. So let's scavenge real quick. Kyle quickly crouched down on the floor, realizing his immediate need for never mind. Back to bedroom. Alright, we're gonna let him go out. Alright, Kyle walked into the small hallway that connects the rooms of his apartment together. Check locked door, leave apartment, move to kitchen, return to bedroom. Well, I think he's gonna need, we'll check that later. I think he's gonna need something to eat, you know. Kyle walked to the center of the kitchen. Check pantry. Let's open the fridge. Kyle opened the fridge, intending to find something to eat. Eat condiments. Eat crust on fridge wall. Ugh, no. Eat the fridge. Eat the fridge. Yeah, that's, oh, wow. Yeah, that's hearty. Let's prepare breakfast. This first go around, we're gonna go smooth. We're not gonna break anything yet. We're just gonna, it's a normal day. It's a normal day. Alright? Alright. Kyle constructed a breakfast of poached eggs and toast along with a small fruit cup and grilled sausage. That sounds amazing. We're gonna eat that. Nice ASMR. Kyle ate his breakfast slowly and thoughtfully, enjoying every bite. He felt refreshed, as he should. Let's return to the kitchen. Kyle walked into the center of the kitchen. I mean, he just ate. He doesn't really need to check the pantry. Okay, Kyle walked into the small hallway. Alright, let's leave the apartment. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long, pondering look around him. Now, wait a minute. Being out in the middle of the road is not safe. I don't know if he should be doing that. Visit downstairs neighbor. Visit tech store. Let's go look at some tech. Kyle walked into the kitchen. Not the kitchen, oh my gosh. Kyle walked into the clean, white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Jim, an elaborate cutout mascot with flashing lights. Steal Techno Jim. We're gonna return to the street. Visit downstairs neighbor. You know, we're gonna visit our neighbor. Kyle approached his downstairs neighbor and knocked. More. A middle-aged woman named Gabi answered the door. She looked at Kyle expectantly. Greet and start conversation. Good morning, neighbor, said Kyle cheerfully. Gabi looked at Kyle expectantly. Ask Gabi about Gabi. Ask Gabi about Rachel. We're gonna ask Gabi about Gabi. Gabi, asked Kyle, tell me about yourself. Gabi stiffened. Oh, you know, she said, putting on a fake smile. I just sit around here. That doesn't sound very, truthful. Yes, I don't get around much. Never go out at night. I just stay here. Right here. Gabi glared at Kyle. Something sounds fishy here. Convinced by Gabi's statement, Kyle bid her goodbye and returned to the street. Back to the street. Kyle walked out into the middle of the road and took a long okay, we already read that. Let's return to the apartment, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna check the locked door. Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. Ugh. Kyle decided it would be best to try to force the door open with use of his face. Oh my god. Oh no! After smashing his features into solid wood for several minutes, Kyle gained severe short-term amnesia. So, y'all, remember when I said that we were gonna, do the first round normal? I lied. Alright. Kyle walked into the small hallway. Okay, leave apartment. Kyle hurried to the set. Sitting across from his host's chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. Never mind. Genuinity. There we go. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Approach Rachel. Okay. Good evening, Kyle, she said, looking him in the eyes. I've been looking forward to being here. Kyle responded, frick. Oh no. I knew this was gonna hello, you? Kyle's ears began to ring from his concussion. Rachel looked at Kyle, slightly confused, but continued smiling. Before she noticed the glazed look in Kyle's eyes, the producer approached. Time to get started, he said, putting a hand on Kyle's shoulder. Let's get stationed. Kyle sat in the nearest chair. Rachel, her seat stolen, sat in the host's chair. Oh no. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. Start broadcast. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Said Kyle. My name is... he forgot his name. Kyle made desperate effort to remember his name, or really anything. Oh, poor Kyle. Kyle looked at Rachel. Do you know who I am? He asked. Rachel looked back, confused. Who are you? Well, if you're not Kyle, I don't know who you are. Rachel smiled sweetly. Aw, we like Rachel. Kyle made up his mind that he was probably Kyle. Well, I'm Kyle. A long silence followed. Eventually, Rachel spoke up again. And I'm Rachel. Hi, everyone. She waved. Hi, Rachel, said Kyle. So, why are you here? Rachel was visibly worried, as she should be. Ha! Ha! Funny, she said. Were you planning on asking me any questions? I mean, I don't have any ideas, said Kyle. I probably should have did this deep voice at the beginning of it. Kyle kept staring at Rachel. Someone coughed. Kyle looked around and noticed the crew. Who on earth are all of you? He asked. Nobody answered. Kyle got out of his chair, walked off frame, leaving Rachel alone with millions of viewers. Rachel started to attempt to entertain the audience herself. Eventually, the producer ended the broadcast early due to technical issues. Kyle woke up in his bed the next day, remembering nothing about what had happened. Kyle forgot everything. Okay, so we're not gonna beat our head up against a door this next time. Alright, so I wonder what would happen if we just withered away. Let's just wither away. Kyle decided to stay put and wither away. Kyle withered successfully and died. Oh my god, I wasn't expecting him to die. Kyle is now a ghost. This does not relieve him of his responsibilities. Aw, man. Kyle exited his bed, took a quick glance around his bedroom. Let's sit at his desk. Kyle made his way over to his desk and sat down. So even in the afterlife, you don't get away from work in this game. So that sucks. I think he's still gonna do the interview, so. Kyle wrote down his first question. Am I a mother? Are you a mother? Is your mother a mother? We're gonna go with... Kyle wrote down his second question. What are some diet tips? Beef. Mashed or blended? Ever eaten a raw egg whole? Man, this is gonna be some interview. Kyle wrote down his third question. What's your funniest story? Do you ever smile? I purposely ran over a puppy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, that's not a question, dude. I'm gonna go with something normal. Oops, sorry. Alright. Kyle wrote down his last question. What's your guilty pleasure? Do you feel guilty? Are you guilty? Are you guilty? Let's see if she's got anything going on. If she's got any skeletons in the closet. Kyle ripped his page of notes out of the notebook and got up from his desk. Alright, we're gonna check the drawer. Kyle opened up the side drawer on his desk and grabbed one of the items stored there. Sort of change. I'm gonna go with a small key. Alright. Made his way back. Back to room. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the hallway. We're gonna check the locked door. We didn't get to check that. Kyle walked over to the strange door in the hallway, but found quickly that the door was locked from the inside. We're gonna float through as a ghost. Kyle used his ghostly powers to walk straight through the door. Kyle found himself in the room. He stashed the various items sent to him by fans. Check sewing machine. Okay. Kyle walked over to the dilapidated sewing machine. Its box was only half removed. Alright, we're gonna go back to the hallway. Let's leave the apartment. We're gonna see if we can scare the neighbor. Kyle approached his downstairs neighbor and knocked. A middle-aged woman. Gabi answered. Okay. Wow, I'm surprised she hasn't screamed because, you know, he's a ghost. Gabi, what are your true thoughts about Rachel May? Oh, Rachel? Gabi said. She's a wonderful woman. Her generous acts have inspired more good work than bad. Gabi trailed off, not meeting Kyle's eyes. After several uncomfortable minutes of silence, Kyle turned around and left. Alright, here we go, guys. Kyle hurried to the set. Per normal, he ceased to be a ghost before he arrived. Sitting across from his host chair was a glamorous woman with an air of genuinity. I'm still having trouble. Genuinity. Okay, alright, there we go. As Kyle approached her, Rachel looked up and smiled. Approach Rachel. Rachel's smile quickly turned to shock as she realized Kyle had not put... Oh, shoot. Kyle had not put on clothes that day. Kyle waved and smiled broadly at Rachel Rachel uncomfortably averted her eyes. Kyle started making his rounds around the room, greeting each crew member, none of whom looked at him directly. I forgot about clothes. Who needs clothes when you're a ghost? Am I right? As it became apparent that Kyle had no intention of leaving, Rachel made some excuses and exited the set. One by one, the crew followed. Kyle was left all alone. Kyle prepared by being a nudist. He prepared by being a nudist. Wow. Alright, so that's... Oh, there's 28 endings. Holy crap. Alright. Let's try this again. Okay. Alright, we're gonna exit the bed. Alright, so we're gonna put on some clothes. Okay. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Kyle chose the pasties made out of mashed skunk flesh. That is disgusting. Getting the slimy garments to stay proved difficult. Kyle opted to stick them to his body with hot glue. Oh god. Oh god. Okay, so he's just gonna go psycho in this one. Right, notes for interview. Is your mother a mother? Ever eaten a raw egg whole? I purposely ran over a puppy. Alright, in this one, Kyle is very disturbed. Are you guilty? Alright, so we're gonna go back to the room. We're gonna scavenge. Alright, he's gonna look for bugs. Kyle started to pick between the fuzz of his bedroom carpet, hoping to catch a stray beetle or two. Oh my god. Soon he had a small handful of various insects, dead and alive. Oh no! Oh god, save for later use. Oh my gosh, we're gonna save it for later use. Kyle stashed the wriggling mass for later use. That's disgusting. Okay, so we're gonna go to the bedroom hallway. We're gonna go to the kitchen. Let's check the pantry. You unlock the small key. The pantry door lock creaked as if it hadn't moved for years, but eventually opened. Instead of an assortment of canned goods and grains, Kyle's pantry stored his massive amount of bottled lard. Oh my god. We're gonna grab it. Oh, it's showtime. Okay, here we go. Kyle hurried to set. Okay, sitting across from genuinity. I got it right. Genuinity. Okay. As Kyle approached her, Rachel smiled. Good evening, Kyle. I've been looking forward to being here. Kyle responded. He's gonna go. He's gonna go crazy. Kyle started to stretch out his arms wide, tilted his neck upwards, and was interrupted by his producer telling him that Rachel that it was time to start the show. A moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. We're starting this broadcast. Good evening, everyone. Sorry. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight, I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle, she said. I'm glad to be here. In response, Kyle collapsed on the floor. From a combination of stressful preparation and not eating anything, Kyle had passed out. Nobody in the studio quite knew what to do with him. They began to poke Kyle in the back to see if he moved. After a while, they ended the broadcast, shut off the lights, and went home. Kyle was left face first on the floor. Kyle prepared by starving himself. Nice! Alright, so we're gonna do one completely normal. Like, not hitting our head up against anything and giving ourselves a concussion and making us forget. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go normal. We're gonna have a normal interview here. Alright? Okay, he's gonna exit the bed. We're gonna do everything to take care of Kyle. Alright. So he's going to choose an outfit. Let's go with the slick suit again. Alright. So he returned to center of the bedroom. He's gonna let's have him write down the notes for the interview. Okay. Kyle wrote down his first question. Are you a mother? I'm gonna do that. What's your funniest story? Guilty pleasure. Okay, we're gonna go with normal-ish stuff. Okay, back to desk. Alright, we just picked up some change. We're gonna go back to the room. Let's see. Move to kitchen. We're gonna have him eat something. Alright, so he's gonna prepare breakfast. Okay, so he ate his breakfast, so now he won't pass out from, not eating. Alright, we're gonna return back to the hallway. Alright, leave apartment. Okay, visit the tech store again. We're gonna buy batteries. We're gonna buy some batteries. Alright. Kyle counted out $1.98 in pennies and nickels and traded them for a small packet of batteries. Alright, Kyle walked into the clean, white tech store. He was greeted by Techno Gym. Oh, wait, we already read that. Alright, we're gonna ask attendant for free samples. Kyle asked the store attendant whether or not they offered any free samples to important customers. The attendant gave Kyle a confused and slightly vacant look. Kyle began to beg for a free sample. Please give me a free sample, sir. Wanting Kyle to leave, the attendant grabbed a decrepit phone meant for spare parts and held it out. Grab with teeth. Grab with hand. Okay. Alright, here we go. Showtime. Kyle hurried to the set. Genuinity. A woman with an air of genuinity. Okay. As Kyle approached her. Good evening, Kyle. I've been looking forward to being here. Kyle responded. Answer politely. And I as well, Rachel. Answered Kyle, extending his hand in greeting. You are most welcome, guest. I almost said ghost. Okay. Alright. After other mild exchange of pleasantries, Kyle and Rachel were prompted to take their places for the broadcast. Alright, a moment after seating, the studio lights brightened and the cameras clicked on. We're gonna start this thing. Good evening. No. Good evening, everyone, said Kyle, looking at the camera. Welcome back to Stay Up Late with Kyle. Tonight I have the pleasure of interviewing the lovely Rachel May, who needs no more introduction. Yeah, we're gonna instruct her. Introduction. Kyle motioned to Rachel, who smiled and waved at the camera. Hello, Kyle. I'm glad to be here. Well, I'm sure we'll have a lot to discuss, so we might as well dive right in, said Kyle. I'm very ready, said Rachel with a winning smile. Kyle introduced the notes he had taken earlier. Beef, mashed or blended? A burning question from the fans, said Kyle. Beef, do you prefer it mashed or blended? Rachel answered quickly and honestly, mashed. And no more was said on that matter. Kyle asked another question. Are you a mother? Rachel, I and many others would love to know, are you a mother? Kyle looked up from his notes. Well, being a single woman with a career, she answered. That's not something that has crossed my mind. Rachel smiled genuinely at Kyle. Very reasonable indeed, said Kyle. He referenced his paper of questions. Kyle asked another question. We all have one. What's your guilty pleasure? Ooh, well, that's an easy answer, said Rachel. Dipping pickles in chocolate sauce. Nasty. It might sound strange, but it's tangy and sweet at the same time. I eat it far too often, Rachel smiled sweetly. Kyle asked another question. You've been involved in a lot of different things, but what's your funniest story? Well, that's a great question, Kyle. I think the story I always remember is the first time I tried to make dinner for my family. In the soup I made, I swapped out the water with milk and tipped the whole jar of salt in the pot. While my family was sick from trying to eat it, I swiped their things and locked myself in my room. Dang! Rachel laughed elegantly. Kyle decided to move on. After reading his final question, Kyle looked up from his paper. Well, Rachel, I think that's all I was planning on asking you. If that's the case, Kyle, may I ask you something in return? Asked Rachel, smiling one more time. Do you prepare for your interviews in advance? Because you seem very together. Before Kyle could answer, the cameras shut down. The broadcast was over. Kyle returned home knowing the interview had gone well. But as he lay in bed and drifted to sleep, he felt that perhaps something was still missing. Kyle prepared very well. That is all the time I have for this episode today. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me to learn, grow, and better myself as a YouTuber. And if you enjoy the content I put out, please come on back and visit. I'd love to have you. But until then, I will see you all in the next one. This is VicTheGamingChic, signing off.